Welcome to Pie's Bakery. We hope you have a wonderful stay.
A lovely welcome to. I immediately forgot the name of the adventure. That's always a great
Azarath's
start.
Uprising.
Yep, Azarath's Uprising. There it is. My screen wasn't uh, scrolled up far enough.
Oh,
Welcome to the beginning of Azarath's Uprising. I am your lovely DM, and will not be afraid to kill you. So let that be known. We will start this adventure in a very precarious situation. None of you except one are going to be able to see the map. And that's exactly how it should be. Because one of you and only one of you have dark vision. What a start. But you awaken in an unfamiliar setting. At most, you can see that there is a dusty and dirty floor beneath you. Uh, this feeling of cold as well washing over you from the floor feels rock, as if you're in some sort of cavern with stones surrounding you. You all find yourselves shackled to the ground. And for one of you, you can see others around you also shackled. You each feel this overwhelming sense of fatigue. Your body's beaten and bruised. You can hear soft dripping sounds throughout the room as water sounds to condense and fall from the ceiling. You groggily regain your composure each and realize that your packs and weapons are not in your possession, but by some luck, you're still wearing your armor. And as you look around, despite three of you not being able to see in the dark, you do see where once there wasn't before, or at least you're positive it wasn't there before, unless you went on a bender before finding yourselves in these chains. On each of your wrists, there is a faintly glowing tattoo.
if I wave my wrist around, does the tattoo change direction?
It does not appear to do so.
Oh, that would have been neat. Okay.
And I will say, for sake of things, that the light is faint enough for each of you to barely make out each other. And you are able to see each other in the shackles, which now is a good time, I will say, to introduce each of your characters. Whoever would like to go first.
I'll start things off. Set an example, I suppose. Uh, I am playing Isaac Moore. Uh, my name is Zero. My character is Isaac Moore. Uh, I am a level 1 druid uh, who is the eldest of the three brothers that are about to be introduced. Next.
Alright, I will be next. My name is Jonathan. My my character's name is Borismore. He is a level 1 paladin. Um I forget what else you said just now. Zero.
He's the middle child.
Yes, I am the middle child.
Dude, this whole time you were on mute and I was trying to figure out what was going on. I
You're
am
introducing
Matthew.
yourself.
My character is Kane Moore, the youngest of the Moore siblings, and he's an artificer.
And I am Mackenzie. I'm playing Evelyn, I am the wife of the oldest brother, Isaac, and I am a divine soul sorcerer.
And you're all chained up. And the only one who can see anything is Isaac, who, as you're all coming to your senses, uh, Isaac, you see through the faint darkness two what appear to be goblins move into the room, kind of like just having casual chatter with each other. They unchain what appears to be a um, elf across the way from you, and they begin to drag her out of the room.
Um, what kind of chatter were they saying?
Kind of like it sounded like basic, like back and forth. So like, yeah, the boss wants this one. Yeah, well, the boss can wait a couple minutes or two. Like basic, what sounds like quote unquote worker chatter. If this was a construction site, these two goblins would fit perfectly.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, I turn to the others and say, the goblins that just came in, it looks like they're bringing the last prisoner before the four of us to their leader. Not sure why we're here. Um, but just in case you couldn't quite make each other out, it's me, Kane, Boris, and Evelyn. Can I take a look around? Um, because we're shackled by the feet, right?
You are, yeah, you're shackled by the feet to the cold ground.
Okay. Um, I'm going to uh, mutter a small incantation and cast guidance on myself before I check out my surroundings.
Okay.
I guess quick question. So our feet are shackled to the ground. Our hands, our arms currently are shackled. How?
Let me see here. Let's see. I think the way it looks, I think your arms are free. You are just shackled by your legs to prevent you from running.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to feel out the chain, see how it's connected to the floor. Whether it's just like like a chain segment is just connected to like I guess I don't know some sort of connection point that's just stuck to the ground, or if there's like, oh, I guess I'm just feeling it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't think that would really require a roll because you can just easily grab the chain and follow it. Um, you follow it to what definitely does feel like an emplacement that is stuck into the ground.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a tug, see if I can either um, break the chains or rip the thing out.
Okay. Give me a strength check. You go to tug at it, but it doesn't budge. Um, as you look around, Isaac, you see um, some extra chain thrown off to the side, and what appears to be a grouping of grates to the north in this otherwise empty cavern.
The only significant feature I see here are grates over there to my right.
Can I follow my chain to where it's implanted in the floor and feel the floor around it? You said it's stone?
The floor is stone.
It's stone. Can I use mold earth and soften the stone and try to yank the chain out?
Okay, sure. As you soften the stone underneath the emplacement, I will allow a strength check with advantage.
Okay, yay. Okay. Oh, I'm so bad at these. Wow. Solid 13 across the board.
You loosen the stone beneath your chain emplacement and tug at it, and you feel a clink as you break free.
Sweet. Okay. As the clink happens, Evelyn will say, I'm free. Um Isaac, who's closest to me? Who's to is there somebody to my right?
I'm going to direct her forward, like she'll, turn left and right, and I'll say, to your front about 10 feet is Boris.
Okay, I will attempt to make my way to Boris until I probably like run into something. 1, 2, that's 10 feet. Have I
All
found
right.
Boris?
I would say you likely would, yes.
Awesome. I will find his chain, follow it to the ground, and then cast mold earth again and tell Boris, all right, I've softened the earth. Give it a pull.
All right.
All
Do
right.
this.
Strength with advantage. Natural 20. You are able to break yourself free.
I think on my end, while they're doing that, because I think we gotta try to get out of here before the goblins come back. I'm going to catch the water on my chains that's dripping down from the ceiling, and I'm going to uh, kind of catch it in uh, my closed fist so I can wrap around the chain,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll use frostbite to expand the ice and try to break the chains that way.
Oh, okay. Um, I'll allow a strength check with advantage.
Sweet. Yes. Thank goodness for the advantage.
Very lucky. You are able to break the frozen chain and free yourself.
Um, I'm going to head over to uh, Kane and say, "How's your magic? Still intact?"
It is. I just don't have my tool with me.
All right. Well, first things first. We're gonna need to get out of here. Uh, your cantrips should still be all right without your wrench or whatever tools you usually work with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold his chain up and I'm gonna press it against his hand so that he doesn't need to worry about aiming.
Out of
Okay.
curiosity,
Mhm.
like the frostbiting, does it emit like any like energy like the spells typically do, or
Oh, like magical light or something?
yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
No.
yeah, I
Okay,
wouldn't say it would be a significant form of light, even if there was a visual effect.
fair enough.
Hey, Isaac, if we're trying to
Yeah.
break out quietly, isn't it not a good idea for me to light up a fireball to try to weaken these?
Um, I
Where are
mean,
you, brothers?
the rest of us just ripped our chains apart, so I think the priority is haste.
Alright, we're breaking free. I'm gonna cast Firebolt on the chains that he put in my hands.
Okay. Okay, that will hit the chains. Let's see how much damage is dealt.
Oh no.
Well, now as you cast Firebolt and hit the chains, I mean it heats up the chain a little bit, but they do not, they aren't superheated enough to be able to break.
I guess I'll ask again. A fire spell was just. Would I be able to? Would they
You
be able
would
to
have
ping where that came from?
you would have absolutely been able to see a flash of fire fly through the air,
Yeah, that's a bit more reasonable. um,
which
I'll
would
kind
be
of
right
I'll
here.
just remain silent. I think Kane probably knows that Isaac's kind of looking at him through the darkness.
Hey Isaac, I think I just missed point blank.
Uh, Boris, can you come towards the flash of failure? We might need help.
I mean, we're trying to be stealthy. So I had to walk towards the light.
And you're able to. It would have been enough light to be able to see where you're going.
Okay. I'm guessing Kane would be right in front of me, roughly.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to rip the chains out. I hope it's not too hot.
Right. Strength check. And 11. You grab the chains. They luckily are not hot enough to burn you, and you are able to rip them free from the floor.
Right.
Thank you. I swear these are heat resistant chains, dude.
Random question, but the foundations that they were attached to, the chains, with either of our nat 20s, were we able to remove those from the ground?
Um, I'm gonna say no. The foundations look pretty like melded into the stone. Like the metal was melded with the stone.
Oh, okay. Um, then perhaps is there a length of chain that we broke off, maybe at least 2 feet, that I can hand to Boris as like a makeshift nunchaku?
You did see some linked chain nearby you previously.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Um, so I'll grab the chain, and I'll hand Boris a pretty decent length that he can just wrap around his arm, and yeah, yeah, that looks like a pretty good length. Um, wait, how many lengths of chain are there?
Enough for one weapon.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna hand that to Boris and say, here, just in case. Oh, let's get out of here. Um,
I haven't fought with a chain since the beginning of my career as a gladiator.
Alright,
uh,
Isaac, you're the one that can see in the dark. You hold someone's chain and we'll just kind of train out of here, holding the next person's chain in front of us.
well, actually, Evelyn, do you have a light or prestidigitation?
I have prestidigitation. I can make little sparks like fireworks, but that's the extent of what I can do.
Wait, does prestidigitation not allow you to like create more than just sparks? Like it doesn't allow you to create a light source?
No.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Nope. But I can create little sparks every 6 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um
it lets
the
you snuff light,
oh, that's what it was.
and
Yeah.
you can light. It does also let you light candles, torches, or a small campfire, but you guys don't have a small campfire, candles, or torches.
Oh, okay. Um well, in that case, uh I'm gonna go we're holding hands, I'll lead the group towards the grate, and I'll kind of make them circle around it, so that maybe we can all lift the grate together.
Okay. Very fun movement here.
Yeah.
This-
Form up.
This is what lesson learned, folks. This is what happens when you have 4 human characters, and only one of them has dark vision.
At least one of us had dark vision.
If none of you had dark vision, we might have postponed this game by another 2 weeks, and I might have said make new characters with dark vision.
We're good.
No, no, no. I think you would have said, Kenzie, you need to take dancing lights.
Yeah, I might have.
Yeah,
That would
I
have been
might
the
have.
message that I got.
That-
You'd been
that-
like, yo, you need dancing lights or the light cantrip, girl.
Yeah, that might have been a message, or it might have just been, all right, they made their bed, they got a lie in it.
Fair.
Looking into the grate, do I see anything on the other side?
Let me see here. Yes, you can see, as you examine and investigate the grates, you can see in one of them, there appears to be a discarded and left behind dagger.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Does anyone have a mage hand?
Isaac, I can cast Mage Hand.
Yes,
These
I
okay,
do.
Okay, perfect. Well, I see a dagger down in one of these grates. If you cast Mage Hand, I'll guide you to where the dagger is.
All right, and I will do as he says. I will cast a mage hand.
Alright. Give me just a flat Arcana, Evelyn, just to be able to... Like, you're going to be able to do it, just how much time it takes in the dead darkness.
The dead darkness and the guidance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little to the left. No, the other left.
All right, Arcana.
Can I cast guidance upon her?
I'm going to say no, because it's not like an active roll.
Okay.
20. Let's go.
20 is good, and you are able to mage hand down and grab the dagger and bring it up to your knowledge. To your knowledge, your mage hand is holding a dagger.
Yep. Okay, I got it. I guess.
Yeah, I'll kind of squeeze her hand and take the dagger from the mage hand at the same time.
All right. You now have an ordinary dagger.
Do we see anything else? Well, do I see anything else in any of the 4 grates?
There's no we in this right now.
Yeah. Other than some water runoff, it appears to be the dagger was the only thing that has been left behind.
Oh, okay.
Question: do we still have shackles on us? Like, we broke the chains, but are the shackles still on us?
I mean, you can undo them and remove them, but yes, if there would still be shackles around your feet. You broke the chain, but the shackles are still there, but you can undo them now that the chain's
Okay.
broken.
Okay.
All right. Intuitively, does the water runoff look like it might lead somewhere?
Give me an investigation.
Could I make a argument for survival?
Yeah, I can take survival.
Okay. Here's a survival, and I didn't have advantage, so it's a 19, and then plus 1d4 for my hunter's intuition, so 17.
Okay. 17, it does appear to be that while under the grates does like drip off into other various smaller caverns or crevices, most of it does seem to be dripping in a almost northward manner.
Okay. I'm gonna say it looks like the water's flowing somewhere. That might be our way out. And I'm looking at the vast emptiness of this map and wondering if maybe we'll run into a dead end and be forced to go out the entrance. Um, but maybe we can remove the grate. Take hold of portions of the grate. Maybe we can get out of here.
Right.
All right.
Uh,
On 3, 1, 2, give guidance to Boris.
Strength check with advantage and guidance. Oh well, 17 or 18, and if you want to roll your guidance,
Okay. Guidance is what again?
1d4.
all right, 21. You are able to rip the grate off. And Isaac, if you look down into the hole in the ground, it very much appears to be. You could jump into it. You could stand in it. You're not crawling out of here.
Gotcha. Okay.
It is way too small.
Okay. I guess this isn't going to be our escape method. Let's get moving then. Hang on to my hand. We have to head out where the goblins came from.
Goblin.
DM, I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Cool. So I did a quick Google curiosity search, and it did say that sorcerers don't really have a restriction on what their spellcasting focus is. If I wanted to switch my focus to, say, the dagger that we grabbed, what kind of restriction would you want to put on that? Would you want to say that it has to be on my person for an hour, and we kind of like treat the trade out like an attunement? Like, what is there a specific way that you'd want to handle that?
Let me see here. Let me hit the googs. I might. If the dagger, because I did just read something and it kind of makes sense. I think I'm going to say, when it comes to arcane focuses, I would allow you to switch your focus to something else. Like you said, your wedding ring was your focus, correct? And that's
Yeah, it
something,
was my wedding ring.
That's something that has meaning to you. This dagger doesn't have meaning to you. If you, in 3 sessions from now, if you find yourself, wow, this dagger's special, I might allow you to swap to that dagger. I think when it comes to switching focuses, either if it is of arcane make or if it is an item that has meaning to your character, I'll allow it. But because it's a mundane dagger, I think I'm going to stand on no.
No, for now. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure with the priority of like our safety and the concern of that, if that would heighten the importance of the item.
Yeah,
So.
I could see that, but I think for now I'm gonna say no.
Okay, cool. Just thought I'd ask. Thank you.
Mhm.
So we're gonna conga line down this hallway with Isaac leading the way, I think.
On the way, I asked Isaac, hey, do you see anything distinct about our surroundings?
I apologize if you can hear the blender in the background, but um, I'll fully describe uh, the the room we're in.
Mhm.
Um, my perception didn't yield anything past that. It's basically just a cave. There's water dripping down from the ceiling, and there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven shackles. But
It's not enough to make any sort of investigative or history check on.
yeah. And I think as far as the dagger, should we let Evelyn hold on to it for now? I'll take that
I
silence as a
suppose if
yes.
you feel comfortable with that, but you are the only person that can see right now.
Yeah, but at least I have like a combat spell that I can use. I don't need like a druidic focus per se because I don't have to substitute anything.
Don't worry, Kane. If a goblin comes within reach of my hands, I will strangle him until he stops wiggling.
All right.
We're always safe, friend Boris.
Um, let's go. I'll act as if this is difficult terrain to kind of mimic our slow approach here.
All right. I'm going to place you right here with the
Oh,
conga line. What is everyone's passive perception?
16.
11 for Evelyn.
I am trying to look for my passive perception.
It's below your skills.
Oh wait, passive wisdom perception.
Yeah.
9.
Kane has 12.
Okay. So, with a 16 from Isaac, as you're heading towards the door, you begin to hear the pitter patter of footsteps and the chatter of goblins. Uh, uh, you can hear one of them getting closer and saying, "I guess that one wasn't enough. The boss wants another." And
I'm
you can
going
hear
to
the approach.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna line us up against the wall over here, kind of behind that little outcropping.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I'm going to whisper to Boris, Boris, you feel like strangling a goblin? Boris? Boris, you're muted.
Oh gosh darn it. Okay. I said yes.
Okay. Um,
Come on, Isaac. You know he's a little shy.
okay, if you just pretend to sleep on the ground, in front of the entrance, maybe they'll investigate you and touch you, and then you can grab them. Uh,
Yeah, you know what? I'm good at performing. Let's do this.
yeah, I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder, give you guidance for this upcoming deception check, and then feel sorry for the goblins afterwards.
Okay.
Let's set you off to the left over here though.
All right. You're positioning him with the rest of you at the wall. Um. Okay. Um. All right. So how are you? Are you playing dead? Is that what you're doing?
That was
Yes.
kind of the intent, yeah.
Yes, I am playing. I am playing dead.
Okay. Roll me a deception as the door opens and the goblins walk in. Wow. Okay. So. All right. Oop. Okay. So here's the first problem. They are like the one of them walks in uh and looks at you, Boris, and goes to say something to the other goblin. But then the following thing is the goblin sees that everyone is gone, and as he turns to say, "Oh, this one's dead, that makes our job easier," to the other goblin, he turns and sees everyone lined up on the wall.
Ah, well, hell.
But you do get a surprise attack on him if anyone wants to go.
Okay.
And we're gonna roll initiative, but you all will get a free turn to go.
Nice. Okay.
Now, for everyone except one of you, everything's gonna be a disadvantage because it's pure darkness. But you can certainly try something. Evelyn.
Okay, I would like to. Oh, perfect. That is where I want to be. Great. So I am going to just take a guess on distance and in 10 feet in front of me. So, what's that? Right there. So in this spot right here, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation and I'm going to make those sparks and I'm going to try to buy Boris and Kane 6 seconds worth of visibility with the sparkles from the Prestidigitation.
Okay, so you're casting, you're making sparkles directly in front of you.
10 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
So this spot. This spot is shiny. You don't have time to direct me.
Well, directly in front of you.
Well, I don't know what's in front of me then. I don't know what direction is in front of me.
Directly in front of you is a wall.
Okay. Well, I assume I'm facing away from the wall, so whatever direction that is.
So then 10 feet in front of you. Let's see. What's something fun I can use? I'll just use this. So 5, 10, right here. Does it say how much? We'll just say it gives off 5 and 5. Because it's a sparkle that isn't the same as a torch. And we'll say it lasts for 1 round.
Yep. Oh, hey! Look at that!
There's some small light until it gets back to your turn.
Cool. Awesome. I'm so glad I went first. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Yep. I'm just gonna stay because I know I'm against the wall, and that is my only goal right now. Is I'm just gonna stay against the wall. I've given everybody a little bit of light, and we've got an idea of where one person is. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
End turn.
Okay. Boris, you're playing dead, so you are prone right now. And there is some small light that just appeared.
If you're talking, you're muted.
Gosh damn it! It happens. I'm gonna open my eyes and see. Do I see any goblins or any goblin-shaped silhouettes the distance?
You with where the lighting is positioned, you do not. You heard a door open in front of you. You know that happened, and you did hear a goblin's voice. So I will say there is a goblin close to you.
Would I be able to use I guess a perception check to see where that sound came from relative to me?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, it's close enough. You know they're at least in this direction.
Okay, they're against the wall. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move 5. I'm gonna go ahead and swing right here.
Alright, roll your chain with disadvantage if you're using the chain.
Yeah. It would just. It would just be. I believe it's just a 1d20 plus my strength, right?
Yep, because you
No
would not
proficient-
get your proficiency bonus.
Nice.
A 21 will hit. It is 1d6 piercing damage.
I'm guessing I felt like a feedback that something made my chain made contact with something.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze my hand onto the chain as a bluish effect starts rippling through the entire chain, allowing me to cast a frost strike on the target as well.
Okay.
So it's just roll 2.
Alright. 8 damage. And
Is it it's not a strength weapon, right?
I
I forgot that strength too.
It does not say. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah, because of it being a peculiar weapon, it's just going to be the flat d6, but you do feel feedback, and as you pull the chain, you can feel it get loose and a thud hit the ground.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Right. I guess that's what I'll do for my turn.
Kane.
Can I make a perception check? Or is there enough of a audible cue that there's combat below me?
I think you would definitely hear the sounds of the chain, whipping around, and likely the goblin screaming or saying something in response to being attacked before it drops.
Okay. I mean, I can tell that Evelyn is next to me on the wall, so I probably don't want to shoot by accident. So I think I'm gonna pass on this.
Alright. So you're just holding turn, not doing anything?
Yes.
You can hold your action to essentially fire your firebolt when something comes into view. So you could do that. And then as soon as we have sight on one of the goblins, then you could shoot it. So that is another option that you could do.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then.
Alright. Isaac.
I'm gonna look at Boris and I'm gonna be kind of surprised that he swung into the darkness with such confidence. And I'm gonna say, All right, I'm moving. Don't swing. And
Guarantees.
seeing the goblin outside, I'm going to cast frostbite at him.
Okay.
All right. It's gonna be this.
So target. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they take the damage. So con save from the goblin. That's a 15.
Ah, dang it.
So it shrugs it off.
Okay. And then I will say I couldn't get rid of the last one. It's on the other side of this door. And I think since it's surprised, it doesn't have reactions, correct?
Let me look that up.
Sure.
The surprise is a weird thing.
I guess just a quick question. Since it's surprise, are we under the effects of advantage or something? Or
Not
really.
I don't believe so. And even if you were, it would mellow out to a just regular attack because
yeah,
of the
that's
darkness.
what I was wondering because I only made one attack roll, so I just want to make sure that that's attack I'll be rolling twice. And
They cannot take reactions.
Okay. So I will step back over here and say, there's one 10 feet in front of where Boris is facing.
All right. And if that is your turn,
Yes.
the goblin is going to back up and fire its short bow at Boris. Which, let me see here. I'm gonna find out if it would give them.
Normally, yes, since that's about the equivalent of being invisible.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's gonna get advantage on this attack. With his short bow on Boris. That is a 20 to hit Boris.
that hits.
Alright, you feel an arrow pierce your armor and into your stomach for 5 points of piercing damage. And the goblin's gonna end its turn as the darkness disappears. Or the light disappears, that's back to Evelyn.
Alright, Mackenzie's coming.
All right, perfect. So I am going to, because I remember where Boris was, I will move here along the wall, and I will reach my hand this way and within 10 feet from my position. So right there, this area gets sparkles.
Okay. Can you cast prestidigitation through a wall?
Then I will reach around.
Okay.
I will reach around the corner. Because I'm pretty sure if I take another step forward, I just bump into Boris.
That is more fair. Because that is a thing you can do. You can reach around the corner. And I will do that.
Yep. Sparkle here. Perfect. Yep, sparkle. So that was 5, and then I'm actually going to move behind Boris because I know that the room behind us is empty. So I'm moving behind Boris, and that will be the end of my turn.
All right, Boris. There's an arrow in your stomach, and the goblin who did it is now in the light.
You hit my favorite body part. As I step the thing in front of me. Wait, whoop! I'm going to go ahead and whip him with the chains.
Okay.
Since he is no longer in the darkness, but I don't roll with disadvantage, right?
You
Currently?
don't. It is a flat roll. Yes.
Alright.
An 8 will not hit the goblin. You swing, but you swing a bit taller than the goblin and just strike the stone on top of him.
He's still a little bugger.
Alright.
Good. Now get out of the way.
Alright, if that's your turn, Kane.
Okay, I'm gonna move to the doorway. How do you move? This?
Yep, there you go. You got it.
Okay, I can see you now. I cast Firebolt.
Alright. A 14 just barely misses again as the goblin ducks out of the way, and the firebolt hits the wall behind it. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think there's anything else I can do. I think I'll just move up a little bit out of the doorway.
Okay. Then we go to Isaac.
All right. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm going to block the hallway, and I'm going to use Frostbite on him again.
Alright, so a Constitution saving throw. 10.
He fails. 1d6 damage.
Okay. And he has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes. Alright. And if that is all from you, the goblin is looking hurt. He's looking hurt, but he also sees the bleeding arrow sticking out of Boris, and he feels like he wants to try and bring someone down with him. And so he's going to drop his short bow, take out his scimitar, and try and strike Boris. With disadvantage because of frostbite. So it will be a 9, which I imagine misses. And
You
then
should leave yourself unmuted.
Alright, I'm eating as well. Yes.
So he misses the swing and doesn't feel good about this situation, and so he is going to bonus action disengage. Let's see. And go right here down the hallway. Evelyn, your light source is gone.
Okay. I saw it disappear, but I know that it has range. So I think I'm just going to take a very cautious, 2 steps in. And then fire light source there.
Okay. Light source, Apiro.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Since I got eyes on Boris and Isaac, I will venture in a little further. I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna go next to Boris.
Okay.
And probably call for Kane to follow.
All right. Boris.
I'm gonna go ahead and 5 and 50. Oh gosh darn it!
Wrong thing.
You can use directional arrow keys to move yourself if you want.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move right here, and I'm gonna try to punch in this location.
First, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw. An 11. Okay. Let's see here. An 11 is not gonna cut it. As you begin to walk forward, I'm going to do something here. Put this on the map for you guys to see. Nope, it went behind the map. Of course it did. Well, then I will draw it. Because, to anyone who can see, Boris goes to walk forward and he puts his foot down on the stone floor and it collapses underneath him as he falls into a spike pit, which is 5 feet
snap.
down, and you are impaled for 1 point of damage. As you feel you have an arrow in your gut, and there's a spike impaled into your foot.
I'll get you yet. As I pull out the arrow, and then I lay with my free hand, I go ahead and put it against my chest, and I cast lay on hands.
Okay.
This is
Not
my
gonna
first
lie,
time
that-
using.
Not gonna lie, that red X on him was like, oh shit, he died. Had me going for a second there.
Okay, and I go ahead and use 5 points of my lay on hand, and
Okay.
I heal myself back up to 12.
Alrighty.
And then I say to everyone else, "I trap."
All right,
And
good to know.
That'll be my turn.
Alright. Kane.
I follow Evelyn's suggestion to go into the room. Alright. And I'll prepare a fireball.
Alright.
Firebolt,
Prepping
sorry.
a firebolt. Alright. Isaac.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I'm just gonna use another frostbite.
Alright. Con 17.
God frickin' darn it.
The villain of level 1 parties everywhere. One goblin.
I'm going to oh man.
Can I make out which direction he casted his frostbite?
Definitely a forward direction. Down the hallway.
I suppose since he can't see, I'll drop well past the target, but like it's in like that direction. I think that's the best I could do without being very meta.
Can I release my fireball in that direction?
I'll allow it with disadvantage.
Yes, get him.
Sure. How do I roll disadvantage on this?
So you'll roll the spell again, but this time instead of taking the higher of the two numbers, you'll take the lower of the two numbers.
Ah, gotcha.
Well, a 17 will find its mark. Alright, you definitely hear a yelp come from the goblin as you are fairly confident you struck it. Isaac, you do see that it kind of goes up in flames for a second and pats it out. It looks very hurt, but it is barely limping away still.
Okay. I kind of want to use Cane like a gun, but I don't think there's a very orderly way to scooch through this hallway. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is what I'm gonna do. 5, 10. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here.
If you're trying to make it around the goblin, I'm gonna say there's not enough room in the hallway.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna end here with 20 feet of movement.
Mostly because that is a very tight space to squeeze through.
Yeah. Dang, I should have just tried to... Well... he's gonna run away. And he's gonna bonus action disengage again. This stupid goblin. Oh, I don't think I have anything.
The bane of level 1 parties everywhere.
Right. Okay. Then, I'm going to... I can't prepare an action either. Okay. I guess this is about as far as I can go. And then I'll shout back to Evelyn to try to throw her prestidigitation as far past my voice from where she is as possible.
Okay.
Like, I think I'll say go to Boris and then just throw your prestidigitation as far as possible.
Okay. Alright, the goblin, you guessed it, is going to disengage. And it's going to 5'10" beyond the door and then slam the door shut. And then he's gonna a regular action to dash. But we're gonna stay in initiative for reasons. Are we gonna stay in initiative? Yeah, we are. For sake of things, we're gonna stay in initiative, but I'm going to remove the combat music as we go to Evelyn.
Okay, so the power goes out.
Mm-hmm.
I will migrate 10 feet. And I will say, Boris, can you move me across the hole? And I will reach down and I will touch Boris to tell him where I'm at.
Okay. I'll try to reach out, like, I guess all around me until I touch something, and then I'm gonna try, and I'll try, I guess guiding, I'll try guiding Evelyn across or past the pitfall.
And you can do so. Which is yeah. Doing the trick. Gonna take the silence as a yes.
Yep, sorry. Yep, so I'm throwing it right there. Because 10 feet is as far as I can throw it. And as long as I didn't hit a wall, I'm good where I'm at.
Boom.
Hey! There's a very big look of relief as soon as Isaac comes into view on Evelyn's face. She's like, oh, thank the gods.
All right, Boris.
I'm going to. I prepare a move action. Like, I'm gonna sort of wait in my position until Kane goes over the pitfall.
That's not what I wanted to look at. Yeah, okay. You can hold your movement until Kane passes you, sure. In which case,
Right.
Kane.
Alrighty, I'm gonna do the same as Evelyn and try to cross that pitfall.
Which you can do with Boris's help.
I stop
Right,
here. It looks like a tight hallway, right?
In process.
Would it be reasonable to say I stop there in the hallway? Because it looks like a pretty tight hallway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. After I feel him get across me, I'm gonna go ahead and lift myself out of the spike trap and move right.
Okay.
All right.
Isaac.
The goblin made it to the other side of that door over there. Isaac's gonna tap his chest a couple times, and frost will engulf his armor. And I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
And say, even if you can't see, I'm going to stay crouching. If you're aiming any spells, just aim it at chest level. So I guess this is effectively me kind of crawling. How would you like to rule this, DM? If I'm just crouch walking forward.
We can treat it as your normal movement until combat is reinstated.
Okay, that's fair then. Then I'll tell everyone to get behind me. I think I'll uh, instruct the order to be. Oh, jeez, this is so inconvenient. Actually, let me try the door first.
Okay. You try the door. And you open it. And what you see before you is a large pile of kindling debris sits at the heart of this large cavern opening. The ceiling is roughly 20 feet high with rocks piercing from the walls.
Kindling debris.
Mm-hmm.
So, is any of it currently on fire?
No.
Okay, but it is kindling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'll go. That was 10 feet. 20 feet. Can I use my object interaction to pick up one of the kindling?
Sure. And as you
Okay.
move deeper into the room, you do see on the other end appears to be a safe of some kind.
Interesting. I'm gonna head back with I think if I'm allowed to pick up a handful rather than just a single stick, I would. But I would come back and show that I have potential makeshift torches.
I'll say you can pick up two. One with
Okay,
each
two.
hand.
Yep.
All right. If that is all you're doing,
Yes.
goblin. All right. Okay. Okay. Evelyn, your light goes, but you did see Isaac holding two pieces of wood in his hands.
Okay, is it wood that could be like a makeshift torch, or is it like just a pile of ash that if I were to try to light it, it would just burn his hand?
If you press
Just to be
digitate,
specific.
you are fairly confident you will create a torch.
Awesome. Cool. I will press to digitate a torch in his hand.
Okay, I believe that's 2020.
Yep.
And suddenly, let there be a light.
Oh, jeez. Okay. The look of relief on her face, and I will go 5, 10, and extend my hand for the other, for the unlit one.
Yeah, I would hand it over as a reaction since we're still in initiative order.
Cool. And if I could use a interact with object, I would like to light the other torch, the non-lit torch with the lit one.
Will allow this.
Cool.
Let there be even more light.
Okay, so I went 5, 10. So I'm gonna take a step back with the intention on letting the other brothers through, but I fully intend on remaining in the back.
All right, Boris.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and step forward 5. Am I able to squeeze past Evelyn?
Yeah.
All right. And 15.
Does
Then
Evelyn have both of the torches right now?
20,
Just one.
One. And then you have the other?
25.
I'll hold out the torch
Yeah.
for Boris if he wants to take it with his object interaction.
30. This was, or well, the object the object next to me, that's where all the kindling stuff is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and pick 2 up. And I guess I'll just wait for, like, Isaac to get close to light both of them for me. And that's all I'll do.
Oh, I see where this is going. Okay.
Kane.
Okay. I will follow suit, but I'll actually take the torch from Isaac.
Okay.
Alright.
How do I know how much movement I have? Each square is what, 5 feet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
each square is 5 feet, and you've got 30.
1,
So,
2,
yeah.
Go somewhere here.
Yeah, that's good. And then if you wanted to move more, you could, but you still have an action to spend.
And I can take the torch from you, right?
Yeah, I would hand it off.
Okay. As I pass you, I see that you've activated Armor of Agathis, and I'll follow suit.
Alright. If that
And then that'll be it
is
for me.
your turn, Isaac.
I think I would walk into the room and I would like to see if I can find any kicked up dirt from a goblin running away with a dash
Okay.
after casting guidance upon myself.
Sure. Give me an investigation.
Could I make a survival to track?
Yeah, okay.
Come on, oh my goodness. These rolls, man. They're not being very nice. I'm stressed. It's a 10.
You can very faintly make out this. I mean, most of it, most of the floor is stone. There's not much patches of
Oh,
dirt.
that's fair.
But
Yeah.
you can maybe make out a footprint in this direction.
Okay.
It's not much, but it's like a singular footprint in the one patch of dirt on the ground.
Okay. I'll walk to here. And then I think from here I'll kind of check the room out to see if I see anything else in particular other than the safe.
You see the safe, the kindling in the middle. Towards the north, there's like a outcropping of what appear to be bushes. But not much else in this room.
Still smells kind of like clammy and
Smells like a cave.
I see. Okay. So those bushes aren't like blocking a way out then. Okay. I'll say there's a safe over here. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything else in this room. Be careful.
All right. So, the goblin. Okay. This is what's gonna happen. And then... Okay. You hear the sound of a door opening, Isaac. And we're gonna stay in initiative because you see quite a few more goblins. As the door opens and they have weapons drawn and ready for a fight. I'm gonna roll for some gobos.
That's
Let me
fair.
mark this one. He's the hurt one because they all have connected health bars for some reason, so that's kind of a struggle. Okay. Alright. So I will not have this goblin go because this is new initiative. But the new goblin on 15 will go. And that will be... Doesn't have the best view, but he is going to run past his brethren. And he's going to get into melee. And he is going to try and strike you, Isaac.
Okay.
That is a 6.
I dodge. I've never felt so swift.
Evelyn.
All right, so I will enter 5, 10, 15. Oh, look, a goblin! And since I have sight now, thank God, I am going to take an attack with my sorceress burst. Hiya! Oh, I get to choose the damage. Go psychic damage. Hiya! 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits for 4 damage.
4 psychic damage. Boy.
Okay.
I think I'll stay in the doorway, actually. That will end my turn. I'm gonna stay there.
Alright. Boris.
Alright, I look at, who has a torch near me right now?
Both of us do, actually, Kane and Evelyn.
Yeah, we both do.
I'm going to go ahead and, like, point my, sticks towards them, like, saying, could you light these up for me?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so you are lighting up both of the torches he's holding?
Yeah.
Alright. You now have 2 lit torches in your hand, Boris.
Do I see Isaac being attacked by the goblin?
You would.
I'm gonna go ahead and run to his defense. 1. 5. Oh, wow. No, I forget the types of actions we have is is it movement
Movement
standard
bonus standard.
and okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and swing with both of my torches for a standard and a bonus, I believe. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll just roll twice. These I don't get proficiency, right? Since these aren't conventional weaponry.
No. Let me see here. Yeah, so you're not gonna add an ability modifier, and the damage is gonna be 1d4.
Oh, so I don't add an ability modifier to both of the damage rolls.
Yeah, it's just gonna be 1d4 damage.
Okay, and to hit, is it just 1d20 plus strength?
1 second. Yeah, sure.
All right, first swing.
Well, there's that.
Okay. Uh, it's still gonna be. I mean, it's still gonna be 1d4 damage.
2d4 damage.
Yeah, and
Oh, so I guess quick question on that. So when I try to swing with both weapons, do I need to make a swing with each, or is it just done as
well,
both at the same time?
they're not technically light weapons, so I don't think you can, because they're not weapons.
Oh. Hmm.
Because I was looking at 2-weapon fighting, and they need to be light weapons to do that.
I have dual wielders, which says you can use 2-weapon fighting even when the one-handed melee weapon you are wielding aren't light.
Let me look at this. I don't know if I can rule torches as a melee weapon.
I think most things that aren't conventional weapons just fall into the improvised weapon category. Like Tavern Brawler lets you swing chairs as weapons,
Yeah.
or at least that was the intent when it was written.
But not being proficient in the weapon, I don't know.
Normally, I think the ruling is that they just don't get the proficiency bonus, which in this case is 2. But melee is traditionally swinging with strength, gaining the strength
Yeah.
as a bonus. Even with like unarmed strikes.
If you were proficient in improvised weapons, I'd give it to you. Like if you attacked with your chain, I'd give that to you. But I think if you're swinging with a torch, it's just gonna be the one hit,
Okay, fair enough.
which will be you will do the max damage of a d4 and then roll a d4 again. So 4 damage. Okay. You swing your torch, you connect with the side of the goblin's head, and it drops.
Yes, all right.
Would it take an action to, I guess, drop torch in my main hand and take a? I'm guessing you swung with a scimitar, right?
He did swing with a scimitar.
Is the scimitar something that I can wield, or is it goblin size, or like something where I can't use?
I'd say you'd be able to use it.
Okay. Would I be able to pick it up right now?
Yeah, free action, drop the torch, and then pick up a scimitar, sure.
Right. Yeah, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. This goblin does have decent line of sight, and his buddies are small enough and nimble, and he's going to try and fire an arrow at Boris. For a 21.
Alright, yeah, that hits.
In the other side of your stomach now, for 7 piercing damage.
Ugh.
And that's going to be his turn. Kane.
I'm gonna move closer to my brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, that's a lot of. Diagonals is still considered 5 feet, right?
Yep.
Can I
And
make
it'd be
an
so.
argument to squeeze in front of Boris, like down here?
If you have the movement to do so, yeah.
Because I was in the top left corner of Evelyn's. That's one,
Yeah,
2,
you-
3,
Yeah, you would.
6.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to cast. Where did my thing? Here it is. Tasha's Caustic Brew.
And you are able to cast this without your tools.
Visual, somatic. What does that mean? Materials, right?
Yeah, material means you need that specific ingredient.
Or your focus. And in this case, our
I see.
focuses have been
Have been
taken.
focused. Alright, I guess I'll just have to cast a fireball.
Does that change where you want to park yourself?
Yeah, somewhere here, I guess.
Okay.
Just 5 feet back. Firebolt.
All right. At which of the goblins?
The closest.
All right. That
One right past the door.
that will hit. Show me that damage. All right. You strike the goblin with the firebolt.
All right.
And it drops.
Yes. Okay.
He was next too.
Yes. All right.
All right. And if that is all,
Oh, I got.
Whew.
Isaac.
All right. I'm going to walk here and use frostbite on this one right here, the one that's about to die.
Okay. The one that has been running, and let's see if you can kill it, or is this going to be the boss goblin? Nope, that's a 2. And the goblin dies.
Okay, and then I think I would like to. I don't like that Boris got shot. You know what? I'll drop into a crouched position, which, for all intents and purposes, can be treated as prone if you'd like.
I think I am going... Now that we're in combat, I do think it will be treated as prone.
Okay. Yep. I'm okay with that.
Okay. So that is your turn. This goblin...
Random question.
Yes.
That's a door right in front of the goblin corpse, right?
This is a door, yes.
Does that open towards us, or does that open towards the goblins?
I'll roll a d100. If it's below 50, it'll open towards you. If it's above 50, 50 above, it opens towards them. It opens towards them.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a d4. The d4 is going to determine 1 to 2. The goblin's gonna shoot at you with an arrow at disadvantage. 3 to 4, the goblin's gonna drop his bow and charge you with his scimitar, Isaac.
Okay.
He's gonna try and shoot you at disadvantage with his short bow.
All right.
So this is going to be a 11 to hit you.
That does not hit me.
All right. The arrow just goes right over your head, Evelyn.
Alrighty. I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I can see this guy. So we're gonna do another sorceress burst. Let's hit him with lightning this time. For a 16.
Okay, that does hit, and you zap the goblin who's looking rough but not down.
Ah, dang it. Okay. Is there dirt on the ground around my feet since this was kindling?
I previously told Isaac there wasn't a lot of dirt in the room. Screw it. 1d100. Do you want higher or lower?
Low.
No.
Damn it. Okay. Alright, that ends my turn.
Alright. Boris.
Sorry, Evelyn
Right,
swept the floors.
I'm
Isaac mutters,
going.
watch for spike traps.
I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna step right. Yeah, I'll step right there and prepare an action. I'll wait for a goblin to like step right here before I swing at him.
Oh, I like it. That's funny.
Okay. So you're readying for a goblin to step up to attack. This goblin has at least, well, from his position, he would see Boris and he would see maybe Kane. I'm just gonna do the same thing. He's gonna fire an arrow. And I'm gonna say it'll be a D4. 1 to 2 will be Boris. 3 to 4 will be Kane. That is an arrow going at Kane. Does a 17 hit Kane?
Yes.
You feel an arrow pierce your skin for 7 points of piercing damage. Wow, I'm rolling good on these arrows.
Ugh.
Right?
Alright.
And he's going to stay where he is as it goes to your turn, Kane.
At least it's only 2 points of damage to your regular hit points.
Yeah.
Well, payback's a bitch. Get him.
Payback's a bitch. I cast Firebolt again.
Alright, on the one that shot you?
Yeah.
Uh, 15 will just hit. Okay.
Fireball's not very hot today.
Alright. If that's all, do you want to move it all?
Yeah, I'm gonna move towards that save. 1, 2, 3. From this
Alright.
spot, would it be reasonable for me to interact with the safe, or should I be in the spot above?
I'll say as long as you're near the safe you can. It will be an action to interact with it.
Okay,
Because it has a thingy for it. But,
no problem. I'll end my action there then.
Alright. Isaac.
Alright.
You drop to the ground expecting something to come your way and better attacks your way, and your other brother now has an arrow sticking out of their chest.
Oh, well, you know. Sometimes shit happens. I'm gonna... Are both of them hurt?
One of them, the one in front, looks hurt the most. The one in the back got tickled with a firebolt, so he looks still ready to fight.
Okay, I'll target the one that is closer to me
Okay.
with frostbite.
Alright, con 11.
That will fail, so I'll go ahead and roll damage. 3?
He goes down.
Nice.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna whisper to Boris. You see that one? The one that looks like he just got his nose hairs burnt. He says you suck.
I guess just I guess out of game. Were these goblins speaking like their like language, or were they speaking common?
I'll say in the first part when you overheard them like having construction worker banter, they were speaking common, but now that they're in combat, they've been shouting in Goblin to each other.
Okay, I believe Isaac then. I believe in Isaac as a. Oh wait, it's not my turn yet.
Alright. Well then, if that's all from Isaac,
Yes.
Evelyn.
Okay. As I see
Yeah, let me
Kane
myself.
going towards the safe, I will look at him and say, "Are you going to try to crack it?"
I'll try to take a look.
Okay. Oh. I will. Yeah, so I will reach out and pat Kane on the shoulder and say, I would guess our stuff is in there. We need to get in there, and I will give guidance to Kane. So when you are either investigating or you're trying to crack into the safe, whatever you decide to do for your next ability check, you can add a D4 to your roll to make it stronger. And then I will move to here and try to keep an eye on the hallway as well. But I'm holding guidance for Kane.
Alright.
And that will end my turn. And put my little focus sign. There we go.
Boris.
Alright. Under the complete belief that Isaac would never lie to me, I'm gonna go ahead and do 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm gonna go ahead and stab the goblin that made fun of me.
Okay. A 10 is not going to hit.
Do you want to
Darn
use
it.
like an object interaction to pick up another melee weapon and just swing with your bonus?
I look to the GM in the Great Beyond. Am I allowed to do that?
Because you still have one torch in hand, right?
Mhm.
I'll allow the one torch swing, but I don't think I'm going to allow 2 torch swings like before.
Oh, he has one
Oh.
scimitar.
Yeah,
I
know,
swung with
I-
the scimitar. Like,
I know. You
yeah,
swung
yeah.
with... I'm saying I will allow you to attack with the
Oh,
torch as your
okay.
offhand. But
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't going to allow you to attack with 2 torches. Because you still have the
Fair
torch
enough.
in your offhand, right?
Yes.
The torch swing would also miss. And now this goblin, Isaac definitely hears, like, this goblin's bullying Boris. Like, they're, like, calling him all types of names, like...
Oh, I had my accent.
This goblin made me an honest man.
Alright. The goblin's gonna try and return the favor. And it's gonna try and shank you in the gut. Well, shanking is a big word for a scimitar. It's gonna try and cut you. Well, it's just gonna try and attack with the scimitar. Well, that's a 21.
That hits.
That's landing,
And the goblin... Okay. Yeah, the goblin cuts you for 2 points of slashing. I was thinking if that was any worse, I was going to have to describe something, but no, you get cut for 2 points of slashing. That is the first poor goblin roll. And it's gonna... Is it going to disengage is the question.
Don't you do it.
How confident is this goblin feeling?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But he leaves the door open. Kane.
Can I make an investigation check on the safe?
Sure you can.
And then I have guidance, right? So
Oh, I would
hold that
roll.
guidance. You rolled in that one.
oh,
Yeah, you begin looking at the safe, and maybe because of its goblin make or whatnot, it's just hard to determine how this thing might work. There's a lot of valves that go everywhere. There's a lot of everything.
can I attempt to fiddle with it?
I think the investigation would be your action.
Okay.
So unless you want to move, you could try again on your next turn.
No, I'm good here.
All right, Isaac.
I'm going to walk here after rising from prone. That's about as far as I can get. And I don't see the goblin here.
You
So,
do not.
I'm going to use a level 1 cure wounds if it doesn't. Yes, it doesn't have a material component. I'm going to use a level 1 cure wounds for 5 healing on Boris.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
All right. Be careful, but be angry.
All right, Evelyn.
Okay. Evelyn's going to move to the safe as well. I think if I were to use Mage Hand and stick the finger of the Mage Hand in a keyhole, can I pull the Mage Hand out and have it be in the shape of the key?
I would ask for an investigation first.
Investigation first or after casting Mage Hand?
I mean, it can go in either order, but I am going to need an investigation.
Okay. Total of 20.
You examine the safe. There is no keyhole, but there does appear to be a wheel at the top that if you put enough strength into turning, it seems like you might need someone of strong stature to be able to turn this wheel.
Oh, yay. Wonderful. Fantastic. Just the look of just like kind of defeat moves across Evelyn's face, and her head just rolls to look over at Kane, and she's like, I think we need Boris for this. I think he needs to turn the wheel at the top, and she'll point up. And then I will move by, let's see, I went 5, 10. So I'm going to move here. And I'm going to shout down the little corridor. We think we can get into the safe, but we need Boris. And that will be the end of my turn.
Boris.
I say, give me a minute. I'll be. Give me a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any booby traps?
None that you appear to fall into.
It's like, did you call me as I try to stab him again?
That hits.
I'm guessing 1d6.
I believe that is a scimitar. Yep. You cut down and slash downwards right across the face of the goblin and kill him.
I look at him triumphantly, like, that's what you ever call me, whatever you called me, as I look back.
And you find yourself as you stand there in somewhat of a lounge room, if you could assume, for the goblins.
I guess I'm not sure if I can do like a perception check around me, see if there's anything out of the unusual. But if I can't, then I'll end my turn.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't be in initiative anymore. I forgot to take that off.
Okay. I'm gonna safely backtrack my movement, and I'm gonna head towards the other two who need muscles.
I fist bump Boris on the way.
Yeah. I return the gesture.
I complain about
As
my
I
bleeding chest and stop immediately when I see like multiple wounds on Boris.
I will drop guidance off of Kane and I will pat Boris on the shoulder and point up to the wheel and say, I think you just need to turn that. And I will give him guidance.
before I turn the wheel, I say 2 things. 1, patch up Kane when you can. 2, just in case if this thing is booby trapped, both of you step back a little.
Good idea. And take like at least 15 feet back.
Alright. Isaac, you can roll me investigation. Boris, roll me a strength check.
Then
Just
Right?
barely. No. If you're looking for stuff, it'd be investigation. The room does not appear to be trapped. You are able to open the safe, Boris, just barely. You can crank the wheel, and inside of it, inside of various compartments, you do find all of your belongings. All your packs, all your weapons, all your gear.
I'm going to drop my shabby scimitar and pick up my splendid battle axes.
Alright.
The one's gonna be sheathed on my back. Alright, and I sort of point a gesture to the others. Go get your stuff.
Yeah, the first thing Evelyn grabs is her wedding ring and puts it on her finger and just lets out a very long, like, breath of relief before she'll gear back up with her light crossbow, the crossbows, her her 2 daggers, so now she has a third one, and then just everything else left in her pack. As soon as she gets the ring on, it's instant cast of mage armor.
Kane does the same thing except with his tools. It's like, I'll never let you go again.
The 2 casters, the 2 peer casters are like, and the other caster in the other room's just like, oh, I just naturally carry my magic with me. It's fine.
Did I find anything in the other room?
There didn't appear to be anything of note in the other room other than what appears to be a lounge sort of area.
Okay. Then I'll go and retrieve my stuff as well.
Okay.
All right. Let's continue forward. I searched the next room where Boris doled out sweet vengeance. There doesn't seem to be any traps in there, but maybe we'll find an explanation as to why we're here.
Well, assuming they haven't raised the alarm just yet, we should probably get going sooner rather than later.
I agree. Let's get going.
I also agree. Like, I'm ready now. As I step forward before realizing, Isaac, this is more of your forte, right? This type of cave terrain.
Yes, because there were so many caves back at the Magical Academy. No, the forest is more my comfort zone. There doesn't appear to be any doors in this room, and I don't think I spotted anything.
You would have seen a door on the other end.
Oh, there is a door on the other end. Okay. Heading. Oh, is it this one? Oh, over here. Okay, it's just cloaked in shadow, so I
Yeah.
couldn't see it. All right, come on in. There's no traps.
Yes. I'll take point, or well, I'll let Isaac take.
Could I listen for any movements on the other side of the door?
Sure, give me a perception. You don't seem to hear anything.
All right. I'm gonna open the door and peek around on the other side.
Okay. You open the door, and before you, you see a rocky incline extends up from the heart of this rounded room. The ceiling is very high in the darkness. You estimate that it is nearly 50 feet. The rocky plateau is 20 feet at its peak, with what seems to be a chest sitting at the top.
There's a chest up here. I don't quite trust that. I'm gonna start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay.
But I'm gonna walk over to the left so other people can look in.
Alrighty. You're going to take the 10 minutes to ritually cast.
Yes. So the other three have time to check things out if they want to. but Isaac advises that you be careful of where you step.
I think I'm gonna go to peek around this corner here. Just a long hallway.
What it appears to be a long hallway with maybe some plants and flowers at the end of it.
Oh. Okay. How about listening? Do I hear anything?
Give me a perception.
Sure. Perception. 17.
You can hear the occasional sound of. Obviously, you still hear the dripping of water, but you hear the sound of water dripping onto water. You can hear the splash of water on water from further down that hall.
Oh, okay. As Boris comes up behind me, I'll kind of like hold a hand up for him to stop as I'm listening, and then I will say in a very soft whisper, "It sounds like there's maybe, I don't know, a indoor a water source of some kind that the cavern walls are dropping into. So maybe a small lake or something like that. But if it flows somewhere, that might be a way out."
Interesting. Let's wait for Isaac to finish this spell before we go out any further.
Good idea. Looks like there's an entryway up there a little further.
All right. If there's nothing else, then I'd like to use detect magic on the chest.
All right. You aim detect magic towards the chest, and you don't detect magic.
All right. I don't detect anything, but Kane, I think I might need your investigative expertise here. See if there's anything strange about this chest.
Okay, I make an investigation check.
Not from that far down.
Oh, well,
If you're gonna try climbing the plateau, I will need an athletics check.
Nice!
With a 0, that's really good. Okay. All right, you are able to climb the first 10 feet. I will ask for another athletics with advantage because you got a natural 20. $17. Okay, you are able
All
to
right.
make it to the top and to the chest.
I'll admit you're more limber than I expected.
I'll admit I'm more limber than I expected too.
And you can give me an investigation. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. The chest does appear to have a big lock on it, though.
That's apparent that it's locked, right? It doesn't just have a padlock and it's open.
No, it is definitely locked.
Okay. Would you say the investigation there was my action?
The action only
Climbing up?
comes in
Oh.
when we're not in.
Mhm.
Sorry, when we're in combat. When we're out of
Okay.
combat, you can kind of just say what you want to do.
Okay. I'm gonna take my thieves tool out and I'm gonna attempt to pick the lock.
All right, give me a sleight of hand. All right, you are able to unlock the chest and open it up if you wish.
I do open it up, yes.
You open it up, and within you find a bundle of 20 gold, 25 silver, and a golden crown.
Can I
Ask
make an
Kane.
investigation on that crown?
Sure.
Or would you do a history check on the crown?
Either works. Nope, no clue. It just seems to be a regular golden crown. Probably some
Guys, I
loot the
found
goblins
gold.
took.
Ask Kane. You find anything up there?
Just some gold and a crown.
Interesting.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I don't think the crown is cursed or anything, so we can pawn it off and maybe pay for some therapy afterwards.
Yeah, let's just take the money and the crown with us.
All right. Let's get going. Boris, Evelyn, did you guys find anything?
I guess I tell the group like loud like, guys, I see two doors over here, one here, and one here.
It sounds like there's a cavern down the way with probably some water in it, but maybe a cavern, small lake or something like that. But there's water dripping on water. That's the extent of what it sounds like it's down there. I think the doors may be our best bet.
All right. That makes sense. Let's go ahead towards this door on the other side.
I guess I asked Kane, do you need help getting down from there?
I think I'm good. DM, do I need to make an athletics check on the way down?
Give me one. Give me one athletics.
Welcome to
No.
comedic timing.
So Kane goes to climb down, and you see him. You see part of the rock slip under his feet, and he comes tumbling the rest of the way, taking 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy shit. Okay, well, that's more what I expected, but I still feel sorry.
Good.
Like the
You need
wind
help?
just got knocked out of you.
All right, all right. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on you.
I'll take that help now.
I heal you for 9. It does not heal off emotional damage, though.
Guys, let's get out of here. I hate this stupid place.
All right.
That made my day.
I'm gonna listen for any movement on the other side of the store.
Give me a perception.
Ooh, that might actually matter. I'm gonna roll my intuition dice. 16.
A 16. See something. A 16. Let me do something real quick. No, you don't appear to, no, okay, I will give it to you. You hear the sounds of very faint, almost scuttling.
I hear something moving. Not sure what it is, though. Let's be careful. I'm going to crack the door open and peek on the other side.
Okay. You crack the door open, and within you can see a cylindrical iron fire pit sits in the dirt ground with a charred central bowl in front of
Hmm. Uh,
And as you move in,
I'll.
you can see that there
Yeah.
are several boulders that line the eastern wall.
Oh. Um, I'll look around and see if I can find the source of the scuttling before I walk fully into the room.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
Ah, dang it.
Nope.
Okay. Um, I'm going to ask everyone to kind of help me find the source of the scuttling as we walk in here. I do.
Okay.
And you know what? That's a good point. I'll scan the area with detect magic, but I'm not expecting a ping back.
All right.
I'll scan the area with my eye.
All right. Give me a perception, Boris and Isaac. You do not get anything back. Now that you're in the room proper, Boris, you can see coming from the packs of boulders, there seem to be occasional flashes of what look like spiders moving through them.
Um, I tell Isaac those those boulders, spiders, right?
Spiders.
I tell him I see spiders. Am I able to just were they biggish spiders or were they like small little spiders?
They looked. It was hard to tell within the boulders, but you can assume they might be small because there doesn't appear to be a lot of space to move within the rocks.
I give Zero sort of a guesstimation of what I think their sizes are, like showing like my hands are like as they're holding the stuff my weapon, my torch, it's like I say that it's pretty small.
All right. Um, let's just keep moving and see if there's maybe something on the other side of this column.
I sort of asked the three people who are well educated. Hey, what is this? Did it mean something?
That looks like the fire pit.
That's a normal fire pit, not some ritual pyre or something.
It does look to just
Um,
be a iron fire pit.
okay.
Yeah,
It's an iron fire pit, Boris. We've seen them at home.
As you round the
maybe you guys
corner,
saw it at the academy.
you see what appears to be a trap door in the stone.
I keep
Can I
trying to
make an
speak, but
investigation for potential
Mackenzie
traps?
keeps sneezing. Yeah, go ahead.
What do you
I'll
want to
give you
do
guidance on that.
an investigation for?
Potential traps.
Sure. And guidance is a D4. If you'd like to add it. Okay. 15. As you get closer to the trapdoor, it doesn't appear to be trapped. It also doesn't appear to be locked.
I sort of asked the others, hey guys, from those first two goblins, they mentioned something about that person wasn't enough. You guys see the remains of that elf as we were passing over here?
I didn't see it, but I'm not sure I want to stick around to find out.
Oh, no, I'm just saying that as I sort of look at the trap door. Sort of, I guess, hinting that whatever's in there might be what we may not want to.
I see what you're saying. Isaac's gonna stand on the other side of the trap door where it lifts up into, and I'm going to pop it open and see if I can see what's inside.
You pop it open, you look inside. There's a ladder that goes down and into what appears to be a very dark tunnel.
All right. What are your instincts telling you guys?
I do recall another passageway. I can't help but feel like we might want to take a look that way before we venture down into the dark abyss and, as Boris said, maybe meet up with the remains of that poor elf.
Sure.
Can I
We
make
don't
an
have any.
investigation if it looks like it's been closed for a long time, or if there's been traffic through that door?
Sure.
Oh, good point.
Roll investigation.
Oh, nice!
You can tell by at least maybe the wear and tear of the hinges and the trapdoor itself. It does seem like it's seen some use. It does seem like it's seen some use recently as well. Yes.
Okay. The door looks used recently, guys, so either we came up this ladder when they brought us, or something recently went down.
We'll have to exercise caution, but back to Eve's point, do we want to explore the other tunnel or head down this ladder?
I suppose if you're to put this to a vote, I want to explore because it seems very unlikely that goblins actually took us up up the ladder, seeing as their physique would not be able to carry us.
That's a fair assumption.
That's reasonable. All right. Let's make our way back, but let's move swiftly. I don't want to dawdle for too long.
Okay. As you all begin to walk back and get ready to breach the door, I think that is a fine cutoff point for session 1 of Azarath's Uprising.
Those goblins, man.
Goblins are the bane of every level 1 party. And
Especially when you don't have half the stuff you're supposed to have. It's like,
well, now
great.
you pose a good fight, and we'll see what happens in